A judge in Colorado confirmed feelings of many Americans Friday, after hearing a week of evidence, ruling that President Donald Trump engaged in insurrection against country by inciting attack on Capitol January 6, 2021. But Colorado District Judge Sarah Wallace said sedition ban in the Civil War era 14th Amendment, which says American officials who have sworn to support Constitution will be barred from future office if they participate in insurrection, does not apply. You can potentially expect an appeal U.S. Supreme Court, but Wallace's court becomes third court allow Trump remain in state's 2024 primary after judges in Minnesota and Michigan also rejected his claim ban rioters. The democratic reality of American system is that much of the country, uninspired by opposition, is perfectly willing to vote for a man who worked hard to overturn presidential election. Next year will be a juggling act for country trying to keep up with both pivotal presidential campaign and many lawsuits involving prominent Republican personal actions, his official actions, January agitations, 6 rebels and his blatant attempt to overturn the election he lost last week was a busy week not only in Colorado but also in the courts. Trump's many lawsuits. Judge Sarah Wallace presides over closing arguments at a hearing in a lawsuit seeking to exclude former President Donald Trump from the state election on November 15 in Denver. DempseyAP Trump wants cameras in federal election interference case. Trump recently formally asked Judge Tanya Chutkan, federal judge in Washington, D.C., who is overseeing the election interference lawsuit filed by private attorney Jack Smith, to allow cameras to televise hearing. Smith opposed televising the hearing, saying Trump would only use it as a media stunt. It would be unconventional, to say the least, for Chutkan to set aside official rules and allow cameras in federal court. Let's let the people decide because I want cameras in every inch of that courthouse, Trump said at his last rally in New Hampshire. Chutkan on Friday rejected Trump's request to delete statements about Jan. 6, 2021 riot at the Capitol in indictment against him. In addition to demanding cameras in court, Trump also defied the gag order Chutkan gave him. The speech ban was stayed during the appeal. His lawyers argued in a court of law that the 2020 election interference lawsuit was a form of election interference. The district court had no business involving itself in the presidential election, Trump's lawyers wrote in a filing with the Washington D.C. Court of Appeals. Prosecutors Georgia have requested an August 5 date, expecting the trial to take place past Election Day. The federal election interference will begin in March, when most primary voters participate. Super Tuesday. It could possibly be finalized before Election Day. But election interference trial in Georgia could theoretically continue after Trump is sworn in as president if he wins the Repub.